Alright, so 3-1 day 2. Your learning targets today. First one is to use your left hand to find exact trig values again. And then after that, you're going to use your left hand to complete the unit circle. Use left hand to find exact trig values. And then after we do that, you are going to use your left hand to complete the unit circle. But what's different about this chapter is after you get the degrees all the way around, you're going to go back in and convert them all to radians. Because we're going to be talking a lot of radian measure. And then once you get that circle completed, I've got a little set of problems where you use your circle, like what's the sine of pi over 3? And use your circle to find it. So we'll first start with just reviewing the left-hand trick with degrees. So, example 1. Let's find let's start easy, the cosine of 60 degrees. How'd that work again? 0, what did I say, 60? 30, 45, so 60. What's that order pair tell us again? Adam? Square root of fingers over 2. So if I have one finger first, which trig function is this one? It's a half. Which trig function is it? Cosine and then sine. And how do we get tangent again? Divide which one? The y finger square rooted over the x finger square rooted. So at 30, the cosine would be square root of 1 over 2, which reduces down to 1/2. I'm going to write it. 1/2. Okay. What if you were in another quadrant, like let's say we're looking for the sine of 210? Well, you got to think a little bit. You might have to write something down. Where is 210 at? Adam? Past the 180. Okay, so we need the reference angle. So if that's 210, we need a reference angle that we can use on our left hand. What's my reference angle? What is this right here? 30 degrees again. So in order for me to get the sine of 210, I'm going to look up the sine of 30, because my reference angle is 30. So 30, sine is, which one of these sets of fingers gives me sine? The 1. So it's square root of 1 over 2, which is a half. But now look at the quadrant. Should my y value, because sine is the y, should that be positive or negative? Negative. Let's do one more of those and then I'm going to cut you free. Let's go tangent. 240. So again, sketch the 240 if you have to. I would. 240 is coming into that third quadrant. We need a reference angle. What's our reference angle? How much past 180 is 240? 60 degrees. So the 60 is here. How do we get tangent off of this ordered pair? Y over x, so square root of 3 over square root of 1, which is square root of 3, but now should it be positive or negative in quadrant 3 with tangent? Because it's a negative y over a negative x, it's going to give you positive. Okay, so the first part of the worksheet, this part here, I want you to just do 1 through 10 just doing exactly what we just did. And then, stop at 11. I want you to complete the unit circle. You're going to put in the degrees, the radians all the way around. So I should have had 2 marks here. And then your ordered pair. And this is the one you're going to use for the rest of the semester because we're now with radians. So make sure you do a good job, but I'll put up a good one afterwards so you can check. Tangent out here. So sine, or cosine, sine, and tangent, degrees and radians, all the way around. And this is what the quiz will be. Probably tomorrow. Maybe push it to the next day when we get people back. We'll see. Play it by ear. We'll decide at the end of the hour. But anyway, after you get this filled in, then use that sheet to do the rest of the worksheet, where it says use the circle sheet to answer all of these. And then down here. And you should be able to finish in class. Good?
Thanks.
All right. Stop that.